Okay, message to myself. Um, well, I had a panic attack last night because am afraid. I thought I was afraid. I am afraid. I don't always trust my higher power, and sometimes that is okay. Faith can be fleeting. Um, and that's being human. God made me human. Things happen in my life to remind me that I need God. Um, I am a recovering alcoholic addict, and I'm grateful. I'm grateful because I've had the opportunity to see what it's like um, to be in the pit of hell. And because of that, I am a member of AA, and I have a program that teaches me to work on myself, to be kind to others, um, to stop and reflect, to look inward, um, and to rely on God, and to know that sometimes I am the problem. I'm truly blessed in life. I don't have a lot, but what I do have is a lot. I have a life today that I never imagined possible. I always thought that I needed money and things to be truly happy, but I don't. And don't get me wrong, I still want to achieve those things and work hard and, you know, leave things to my kids and, move forward in life and obtain the goals that I am working towards, and be educated and smart and, move towards that hierarchy in life. But I've also learned that knowing myself will help me achieve those things. Um, our basic needs in life are food and water. And I think after that, um, connection, connection to other people. Um, and to have good connections with other people, I need to know myself. To understand other people, I need to know myself. And to know myself, I need to have a connection with a higher power. I was just sitting here, reflecting and remembering my dad, and had a good conversation with my sister earlier. Um, and I had made a savings account for my daughter a few months ago, and I know to do that because my dad, who I lost 9 years ago, um, I thought that he left me too soon, and I needed him, and I didn't learn enough from him, or didn't know what to do without him. But the reality is that if I look back on everything he did in his life, I know what to do, and if I look at all the things that I've learned because I'm in recovery, because I had my dad in my life. Um, I know what to do. 99.9% of the time, I know what to do. And if I take a step back and evaluate the situation, um, and pray, I know what to do. I've always known what to do. It's just a matter of doing it, you know? And I think a lot of us have that. Most people do. It's whether we actually take the time to do that. And I think I have always in my life wanted to see the good in people. And I think that has allowed me to get beaten down many times. Um, and I think for a while that turned me into a person who didn't want to be vulnerable to other people. And I've pushed people that truly cared about me out of my life and distanced myself from them. And it has kept me from allowing new people into my life. Um, when I went into treatment, I wrote this poem, um, and it was basically saying, that I'm gonna allow people into my life that God brings into my life, and then I'm gonna share myself with them so that I can truly be myself, the version of myself that God wants me to be, so that I can heal and, recover and be this different version of myself that I was always meant to be. Um, that the pain and the sorrow, and that the drugs and everything that I've experienced and done over the years has prevented me from being. Um, and as the last 2.5 years have gone by, I can see that I'm slowly changing. Although that change has been difficult, it's happened. One step at a time, one day at a time, one experience at a time, one new person in my life at a time, and always with my higher power guiding me. Um, I struggle and battle the most with that change when I don't allow my higher power to be part of it. Um, when I don't allow him to be part of that process, the bitterness, that fear, that anxiety, that gut twisting feeling creeps back in. Um, and I start to become that old person that I was. Um, and it makes the process of change very difficult, very painful. Um, and it doesn't flow as smoothly as it should. And sometimes, and it's become easier over the last 2.5 years, but sometimes I don't notice that old personality creeping back in um, as quickly as I would hope to. But I do. And over the last 2.5 years, I tend to notice it quickly, more quickly than I did in the past. And so I can catch it and I can say, hey, you know, God, can you just give me a little guidance here? Can you open my heart? Can you um, help me to change these old behaviors so that I can be that person you want me to be, so I can allow these people into my life, so I can grow, so I can change, so I can learn from this experience, so I can be this better person. Um, and sometimes it's very difficult. Sometimes I want to be that person that is just stone cold, because loving and caring and being vulnerable and open to other people and sharing my story and my experiences, I mean, it truly makes me vulnerable. It makes me open to being hurt and experiencing that the connection between past experiences of pain and sorrow and new experiences, and when those two um, collide and connect, it's truly painful. And that's where, that moment of insecurity, especially for a recovering alcoholic addict, it's like, shoot, am I gonna relapse? Is this gonna break me down? Am I gonna shut down? Or is this an opportunity to let go, to um, heal and grow from those old hurts, and understand that this is just an experience, that I don't have to tie it to the past, that I can heal from it, that I can grow from it, that the two don't have to stay connected, that this doesn't have to be um, a tied together experience. There's so many things that go together with it. You know, I don't always have the words to explain what happens um, in these experiences for me, but I know that a lot of times, every time I go through something new, especially when it is emotional, and it's intense, and it's connected to something I've already been through, or um, similar to something I've been through, and I have the opportunity to sever the emotional cues, and grow from the experience, and maybe heal from the past experiences, and learn new ways to deal with those emotions and those feelings, and just be different, just ultimately be a new type of person. um it's just it's just amazing, the transformation. um I don't know how to explain it, but I know that everybody in this world around me has the ability to do the same thing. And I know a lot of times people think, you can't change, I can't change, they can't change, people don't change. But people do. People do change. We can learn, we can grow. We don't have to stay stuck in the same cycles. We can get out of this. And it's real, you know? Change is real. And once you break that first cycle, um, every cycle after that becomes easier and easier and easier to break out of. And once you learn new ways to connect with other people, or to um, react to emotional situations, or to respond um, to intense verbal conversations with other people, um, just to live life on life's terms. I don't know how else to explain it other than that. Once you learn how to live life on life's terms, life is different. And I don't do it right every day. Nobody does. But if you can wake up every day and hit that restart button and say, okay, yesterday wasn't the best. Okay. I can admit that. I can accept that to a degree. Even just a little bit. I didn't do the greatest yesterday. Okay. I'm going to try again today. Maybe I forgot to pray yesterday, but I'll pray today. Maybe yesterday I wasn't willing to pray, but today I can be just a little bit more willing. Things are going to start to change. Your life is going to expand. You're going to be more more open-minded. You're gonna start to see these small shifts in your world. And if you can be open-minded to that and just let a little bit of light into your life and start to realize that everything isn't so grim, whether it's COVID in 2020 and the shittiest year of the world, it's not gonna matter. Because what matters is what's right in front of you, right here, right now. We have the opportunity to change the way we see things, the way we look at things, good or bad. Even if the worst thing happened to me today, I have the opportunity to find the good in that. It's up to me. You know, I can see the world in black, I can see the world in white, I can see it in color, and I can see it in shades of gray. How do I want to look at it today? It's as simple as that. It's as complicated as that. Just think about that a little bit.